The Gap Pack at Torquay Academy comprises a carefully considered annotated seating plan and a Closing the Gap sheet detailing specific targeted strategies for each of the 4 disadvantaged, underachieving students in each of your classes. Each seating plan strategically positions students, reflects teacher positions of power, highlights 4 underachieving pupil premium students, and includes key SEND data, target grades, and significantly below age related reading ages. We use the Gap Pack to ensure focused, intentional support for our most vulnerable, underachieving students, proactively addressing individual barriers to success in our subjects, and drive equitable outcomes by embedding targeted strategies directly into daily classroom practice. The Gap Pack is our intentional and direct commitment to knowing each and every one of our students so that everyone succeeds. As you can see from my seating plan for my new 11Q6 class, I have placed my SEND students in seats that reflect their pupil passport requirements. I have then placed my pupil premium students in seats that allow me easy access. I have noted any SEND notes on the seating plan too. I have labelled my positions of power, and I've also highlighted the route I plan to take when I circulate my classroom. In terms of data, I have chosen to include the most recent predicted grades that I gave these students at the end of Year 10. You could use scaled scores in Year 7 and Year 8, you could use reading age data, predicted grades, or target grades. I have also highlighted my 4 Closing the Gap students. These are predominantly pupil premium students in this class, but I have also included students who are at risk of not achieving a grade 4 based on their recent mock exam results at the end of Year 10. Once completed, I will print several copies of this and use this when I circulate, cold call, and in my strong finish to every lesson. This links to my Closing the Gap sheet, which is where I commit to the teaching and learning strategies that I am pledging to use to support these students. Some departments have their own Closing the Gap strategies that they'll share with you in their CPD sessions. I will now model completing a Closing the Gap sheet for one of my Year 11 students. I'm going to model this for Charlie Toomey. He's male and he's pupil premium. His data is concerning from the end of Year 10 mock exams. He is usually very late to my lessons and has rarely ever completed written homework for me. I know that positives calls home have a really good impact on his attitude and effort within the classroom in the past. I've done this to celebrate success as well as inform Mum that homework is not being done. I need to ensure that Charlie is arriving to lessons on time, as my do nows are where I do the majority of my retrieval practice, and it's these gaps that he's showing as misconceptions in his recent mock exam results. I must celebrate the occasions when he is arriving on time. I must also ensure that I log how many minutes he is arriving late, so this can be monitored and acted upon. I will also chat to Charlie in September about the importance of being on time to every lesson. Charlie can be reluctant to start work and often needs me to get him started. I will ensure I check for understanding via a cold call to ensure Charlie understands the task in which he is to work on independently. I will then start my circulation with him and return to him as I finish my lap of my classroom. This will give him 2 minutes to start, and then I can privately encourage and give a verbal warning if required. I know the power that a good relationship can have with our students, particularly our PP students like Charlie. I know that Charlie enjoys football and has an ambition to work in the construction industry, particularly interested in bricklaying. I also know how well he can wire a plug from his physics teacher, and I saw this on a recent construction trip. I know he is close to his 2 older brothers and enjoys going out with friends in his free time. All of these interactions will play a huge part in Charlie being successful and feeling like he belongs at TA and is being championed to succeed. I would then repeat this process for 3 other PP students in each of my classes, and I'll review these sheets every cycle or every 2 cycles, depending on how often I see these students. I hope this model supports you completing your gap pack, which is a vital tool to ensure focused, intentional support for our most vulnerable, underachieving students.